Sox and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, so nice tonight to have an addition for the Red Sox for a change. After so many subtractions and so many injuries, tonight the Red Sox get the top of their order back. Jacoby Ellsbury, who's been gone for a long time after the collision with Adrian Beltre, back in the Red Sox lineup tonight. He was very much missed. We'll take a look at some of the numbers for him. Tonight will be just the 10th game for Ellsbury this season, who's one of 11 different outfielders used by Boston this season. The Red Sox have missed his speed on the bases. So far, Boston has just 34 steals, less than Ellsbury had by himself at this point last year. Defensively, Ellsbury had just 2 errors in 389 games. Leading off tonight, the guy who filled in for him in his absence will still do so on occasion. Scudero has hit 286 in his absence in 94 games. Terry Francona will still be careful in using Jacoby Ellsbury.
We're going to have to keep an eye on him. Certainly we're going to try to manage his workload before the game is probably the biggest thing. I think if we do that, then we have a better chance of seeing what he can do on the field. Not get so picky about a certain amount of swings and doing this and that, but manage that before the game, and then hopefully we'll see that athleticism during the game.
Terry Francona was brought to you by Bigelow Tea, Terry Francona's green tea of choice. As we welcome in Jerry Remy. Jerry's certainly a game changer, and Jacoby Ellsbury back in the Red Sox lineup tonight.
Well, it's great to have him back, Don. It's been so long since back in April where Ellsbury has not been part of this ball club, but he's back in the lineup tonight, and of course we all know what he can bring to the Red Sox lineup, and that's great speed, leadoff hitter who can drive in some runs, who can cover a lot of ground in the outfield. It's going to improve the offense, it's going to improve the defense, and it's really great to have him back. Last night they got Mike Lowell back. He did something dramatic. Hopefully Jacoby Ellsbury can do the same tonight. Without the Ellsbury in the lineup, Scudero was a leadoff hitter, and he did a very, very good job for the Red Sox. But they're a much better team when Jacoby's at the top of the lineup. It lengthens that lineup all out for him, and hopefully now he can stay healthy for the rest of the season, and the Red Sox can make it push.
Jacoby Ellsbury is back, and so will we in just a few moments. From Fenway Park, the festive atmosphere has already started. John Lester looking for his 12th win of the year as the Red Sox and Indians play Game 3 of the 4-game series from Fenway Park. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome back to the broadcast booth. Well, tonight, Justin Masterson is on the mound for the Cleveland Indians. The trade deadline last year saw Masterson go to the Indians for Victor Martinez. He has been in the starting rotation since, and it's been a tough go of it. This year, he is 3-10, but his best outing of 2010 in an Indians uniform came against the Boston Red Sox, a 2-hit complete game shutout. The complete game was the second of his career. The shutout, his first. The 2 hits allowed matched the fewest hits he allowed over an entire game. He has struggled since, though. In 9 starts, he is 1-5 with a 6.55 earned run average. So trying to do it again tonight against the Red Sox in this outing. With an update on Kevin Youkilis, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Don, Kevin Youkilis is on the disabled list with a right thumb tear. He is going to head to Cleveland tomorrow to see a hand specialist there, Dr. Graham, to help determine a better course of action for him going forward. I talked to Youkilis last night about the injury and when it started bothering him.
I've been playing through it for about, I can't pinpoint, but it was somewhere like in Oakland or Seattle. It started up a little bit, and then Anaheim, it got pretty bad, and then the last series it was bugging me a lot, but just try to play through it, and it's one of those things where I don't know, just happened. You can't do anything about it.
Now, Youkilis told me he hopes it doesn't require surgery, but he should know by the end of the week what course of action they're going to take. Don?
We're just moments away from Red Sox Indians from Fenway Park. It's coming up next. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, your New England Subaru dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, your New England Ford dealers, AT&T, and by Taco Bell. Hey, good evening once again, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park for the 3rd game of this 4-game series between the Red Sox and Indians. It's on the steamy side here tonight at Fenway, hot and humid. Lights are already on, nothing but blue skies above Fenway as the Red Sox and Indians get ready for this 3rd game of the series as the Red Sox continue this homestand, which began against the Tigers and wraps up here tomorrow against the visiting Cleveland Indians before the Red Sox head out for another 10-gamer. And Jerry, a lot of action here last night at Fenway Park. A good game here last night at Fenway, including a little bit of a dust-up.
Well, there was a little bit of a dust-up, but to me the big story was two things last night. The pitching of Josh Beckett in that ball game was absolutely outstanding, and, of course, the return of Mike Lowell in a Red Sox uniform hitting that first pitch for a home run. Now, that was one of those special moments here at Fenway Park. But a good win for the Red Sox. Would like to try to do it again tonight here against Cleveland. Here's Beckett, who pitched so terrific in that ball game last night.
Well, the Red Sox getting ready to take the field, and when they do, Jacoby Ellsbury will be headed out there, and what a great sight that is for him as he returns to the Red Sox lineup, and here they come. So as the Red Sox take the field, let's take a look at the Cleveland Indians starting nine. Jason Donald leading it off at second base with Asdrubal Cabrera at shortstop. Shin-Soo Choo in right field bats third with Shelley Duncan in left field. Matt Laporta at first base with Jason Nix, the DH. Andy Marte is at third base batting seventh with Trevor Crow in center field batting eighth. And Lou Marson does the catching. He bats ninth. John Lester on the hill tonight for the Red Sox. The left-hander looking for his 12th win of the year. He comes in at 11-6 into his 22nd start of the year. 3.05 earned run average. He's logged 141 2/3 innings and 150 strikeouts for John Lester. Opponents that are hitting at just .217 against him. Last time out, a loss against the Tigers. 6 innings, giving up a career-high 11 hits, 4 runs. He struck out 7, walked 2. And against the Indians, he's never lost. He is 3-0 against the Indians with a 4.65 earned run average.
The Red Sox defense is 6th in the American League with 63 errors on the season. Adrian Beltre will be at third base. Marco Scutaro, the shortstop. Jed Lowry at second, and Victor Martinez at first base. Left to right, Ryan Kalis, Jacoby Ellsbury, and J.D. Drew, and Kevin Cash doing the catching for John Lester.
Umpire crew tonight, Jim Reynolds has the play calling the balls and strikes with Bill Welke at first base, Mike DeMuro at second base, and Tim Welke is the umpire at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
It is a warm one tonight at Fenway Park, 86 degrees. Feels like 91 or more, depending upon what you're wearing. The wind out to center field at 12 miles per hour, and expecting partly cloudy at some point tonight. Right now, nothing but blue skies above Fenway Park. As John Lester is ready to work, and the first pitch of the ball game is outside for ball one. We're underway. Jason Donald hitting at .260 with 3 home runs and 20 runs batted in. That's a fly ball out towards right center field. In from right comes J.D. Drew to make the catch for the first out.
Ron, you gave Lester's numbers. He is 8th in the league in ERA. He is 2nd in the league in strikeouts with those 150. And the .217 batting average, 3rd best in the American League.
His 22nd start of the season. He's got 1 out here in the first inning. And it brings up Asdrubal Cabrera, .267 with 2 home runs and 9 runs batted in. Cabrera 1 for 8 in the series against the Red Sox as he takes strike 1 at 95. On the ground by the mound, right at Jed Lowry at second base. And there's 2 quick outs in the first inning. So 2 down here on 4 pitches for John Lester. And here comes Shin-Soo Choo, who got hit on the knee here last night by Josh Beckett. .292 average, 13 homers and 49 runs batted in. And at the time, it looked like it really hurt, but he was up pretty quickly and down to first base, and then ended up stealing second base. And Shin-Soo Choo, no doubt, the best hitter in this Indians order. A very good hitter as he stands in on the left side. And takes the breaking ball for strike 1. This was the scene last night as Beckett hits him in the knee. And, of course, Shin-Soo Choo has had so much success against Beckett over the years. And down he went. And, of course, the Indians then spent the rest of the night trying to throw at Red Sox hitters. As this one is sent foul down the left field line.
And never really did get one.
No, they didn't.
Just kept throwing it over their heads and behind their backs.
David Ortiz, Adrian Beltre on that list of guys who were thrown at in last night's game. Beckett ended up with his first career ejection in the whole thing. There's an 0-2 shoot. He is fouled off, and it's still 0-2. As you mentioned earlier, Jerry, a special outing here last night for Josh Beckett. 8 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, no walks, 8 Ks. And he retired the last 12 batters he faced in the game.
Yeah, he looked so strong in that game last night with all of his pitches.
Strike 3 call. First strikeout for Lester wraps up the first. An 8-pitch, 1-2-3 first. Red Sox coming up. Ellsbury comes to bat. First pitch to Jacoby Ellsbury is in there for strike 1. Ellsbury only playing in 9 games so far in 2010. As he chops it foul, it's 0-2. Justin Masterson on the mound for the Indians. Just the 3-10 mark coming into tonight's outing. With a 5.55 earned run average. And he documented his victory in impressive fashion against the Red Sox. 97 strikeouts, 295 opponent batting average. And it seems the Indians, much like the Red Sox at the time of the trade, are still kind of toying with the idea of whether or not he's a starter or a reliever. And trying to figure that out. Did lose last time out against the Blue Jays. 5 1/3 as he gave up 13 hits in that inning against Toronto. As this one is chopped foul.
The 3 wins that he has this year, 1 coming against the Chicago White Sox, 1 against the Red Sox, and 1 against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Mark Shapiro, the general manager of the Cleveland Indians. Brother David Shapiro alongside, of course, mass mentoring. We have David on every year as we celebrate that here at Fenway Park, and Mark Shapiro always seems to make the trip here as the Cleveland Indians come into town. And a lot of turnover, made a lot of moves as they traded away 4 players right at the deadline. And the 2-2 pitch is fouled off. And the numbers for Jacoby in just the 9 games. Was coming back off the DL for that brave spin and headed right back on again. And the rehab stint as a member of the Pawtucket Red Sox as well. As he takes ball 3. Been on the DL since May the 28th with fractured ribs. It was the second time he went on the DL. Appeared in 6 rehab games in the Gulf Coast League first, and then went to Pawtucket and hit .409, went 9 for 22. As it's a pop-up to the second baseman, Jason Donald, for the first out of the inning. Let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It is brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury in center field with Marco Scudero at shortstop. It is David Ortiz at DH. Victor Martinez at first base with J.D. Drew in right field. Adrian Beltre at third base. Ryan Kalish in left field bats 7th. Jed Lowry at second base bats 8th. And Kevin Cash does the catching and bats 9th. One out here in the first inning. And the guy who was in the leadoff spot for 90-plus games in the absence of Jacoby Ellsbury, Marco Scudero, hitting at .282, 7 homers and 35 runs batted in. Late swing as he fouls it off to the right.
Red Sox trying to get as many lefties in that lineup as possible tonight off Masterson. It was much tougher against right-handed hitters than lefties because of that sidearm sinking fastball.
David Ortiz waiting on deck with 1 out in the first. And a swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Chase the slider. Here are the splits on Justin Masterson. Fastball, slider, and change. He is 1-2. He is the fastball at 94 and didn't miss by much. 2 and 2. Marco Scudero hitting at .286 in the 94 games in the leadoff spot this year. And lately has been hot. Last 7 games at .406. To left field, it's Shelley Duncan who makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
The defense tonight for the Indians at 12th in the American League. They'll have Andy Marte at third base, as Drupal Cabrera the shortstop, Jason Donnell at second, and Matt Laporta the first baseman. Left to right, Shelley Duncan, Trevor Crow, and Sin-Soo Choo. Lou Martian doing the catching for Masterson.
2 down in the first inning on 2 fly ball outs. Here comes David Ortiz. 261, 22 homers, 71 runs batted in. The shift is on, and it's to short on a hop to Cabrera. It fires across. It was the third baseman, Andy Marte, makes that play. Scoreless after 1. Back at Fenway Park, time for the top of the second inning. And it's Shelley Duncan. Leads it off, left fielder for the Indians. Duncan, followed by Laporta and Nix. And strike one from John Lester. Who disposed of the Indians. 1, 2, 3 on 8 pitches in the first inning. Shelley Duncan with 6 home runs, 19 runs batted in. And he's been hitting cleanup for the Indians as he takes a pitch down and in. Shot foul, and it's 1-2 to Duncan. Signed to a minor league deal with a spring training invite back in January. Spent a good bit of the year. AAA Columbus was called up on May the 19th, the first time. In the dirt, and it's 2-2. Very good series against the Red Sox. First game, he had a 4-hit game. Did not have a hit last night, and he was 4 for 8 in the series. And Laporta waits on deck. Then Jason Nixon. As batting here in the first inning are the Cleveland Indians. 2-2. Swing and a miss. There is the second strikeout for John Lester. It starts the second, 1 down.
Couple of change-ups in that at bat to Shelley Duncan in this last pitch from John Lester. A change-up down and in, and has Duncan off balance. So strikeouts on a cut fastball and change-up so far for John Lester in this game.
He's retired the first 4 batters that he faces in tonight's game. They're loving Lester from the bleachers in right. Soft ground ball towards short. Scudero's got it. And he'll throw to first in plenty of time. 2 down. Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. 2 down here in the second inning as Lester retires the first 5 in a row that he faces tonight. And here's Jason Nix. 215, 7 home runs, 17 runs batted in. He was claimed off waivers on June 24th after he had been designated for assignment by the Chicago White Sox. He was added to Cleveland's roster on the 24th, and overall combined between the White Sox and Indians, 15 home runs on the year. As he takes a pitch inside for ball 2, 2-0. Overall hitting of 239. This one shot foul over by the Indians dugout. And it's 2-1. This one skips in for a ball 3, 3-1. For Lester, looking for his 12th win of the year, comes in at 11-6, having lost the last 3 games in a row. Texas, at Seattle, and last time against Detroit. A strike and a full count now to Nix. Last time out, giving up a career high 11 hits. And his 3rd straight loss. And look at the last 3 starts. And again, they were against Texas here at Fenway, at Seattle, and then home against Detroit. Tapper foul by Nix. It's kind of an unusual stretch for John Lester. In fact, the 3 straight starts, having lost him, it's the first time in his career that he's gone 3 straight with losses. Swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout from Lester. It's another 1-2-3 inning. Inning and a half done. Scoreless from the Fens. The second inning back at Fenway Park, scoreless contest as Victor Martinez leads it off against his old team. Victor playing at first base tonight for the Red Sox, leads it off here in the second inning. Key matchup. As that pitch misses for ball one, it is brought to you by New England Honda Dealers. And against Justin Masterson, 3 for 7. The guy that he was traded for. 429, 3 RBIs against him. Jerry was talking a little bit about it earlier. The Indians are kind of going through the same thing the Red Sox were at one point. Is Justin Masterson a starter? Is he a reliever? And to their credit, they're giving him kind of the whole year to take a look.
I've always felt, and I felt like it when he was here with the Red Sox, that his best position is probably in that bullpen. You know, he can come in and let it air it out for an inning or so. Late in games, in particular against right-handed hitters. That's just my opinion. And I don't know if the 3-10 record will have anything to say, you know, about what's going to happen in the future. I know one thing, he pitched a darn good game against the Red Sox earlier this year.
High fly ball to left field, sending Duncan back. He'll pull it off the wall. Heading for second base is Victor Martinez, and he'll get there standing. A double to start the second inning for Victor Martinez.
The ball didn't appear to bounce that high off the wall. I wonder had Duncan gone back to the wall if he would have been able to make a play on this. That's that fastball away again. Victor lifting it to the opposite field. He's not quite sure he's got enough of it. Now there's where Duncan backs off, and that ball hit the bottom of the wall. So I think if he continues back toward the left field wall, he makes a play on that ball.
So a double instead, and Victor Martinez at second base here in the second inning as J.D. Drew stands in. Drew starting the night hitting at .266. 12 home runs, 49 runs batted in for Drew. And last night off, 1 for 5 in the first game of the series, and grounds one right side. Donald from the outfield spins and fires to get the out. And with a ground ball to the right side, Victor Martinez moves along to third base. J.D. Drew with a productive out, and there's one down here in the second inning.
A job well done by J.D. Drew, and job well done by Jason Donald, the second baseman, to take a base hit away from J.D. Drew. Pulling the ball to advance the runner. But a nice play by the second baseman, diving on his knees, pops back up and gets the out at first base.
So Victor Martinez at third base, 90 feet away, 1 out of the inning for Adrian Beltre. Takes a pitch inside. 335, 19 homers, and 71 runs batted in for Adrian. He is hit safely in 9 straight games heading into tonight's action. 351 batting average during the 9-gamer. 2 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. And of course, he was one of the targets last night, getting thrown behind. And that led to the ejections that took place afterwards. And interesting, last night there were never any warnings that were handed out prior to the ejections. You don't need to. And the umpires certainly felt that as this one misses for a ball and it's now 2-1, that it was no doubt intentional. So it took matters into their own hands and took care of business last night, and perhaps it is over now. One pitch is a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
One thing Beltre has had problems with Masterson in the past. He's 0 for 9.
Fifth pitch for Masterson's right back at him. Looks Martinez back and throws to first to get Beltre. So a big out for Masterson. And there's 2 outs here in the second inning.
That natural reaction, you get a ball back through the box, check that runner at third base first. You see that he's going to hold up, then you make the out at first base. Plenty of time to get Beltre down that first base line, so a big out for Masterson.
So 2 down. Chance here for Ryan Kalish, who's off to a fabulous start. 7 for his first 13, hitting at .538. It's down and in for ball 1. Kalish has 2 RBIs to go along with that .538 start to his major league career. And tonight starting in left field. He's now started each of his first 5 major league games. And in this series, 5 for 6. Ball 3, 3-0. Called up prior to Saturday's game against the Tigers, part of this homestand. And made his major league debut and started in left field. His first hit in his first plate appearance. 3rd inning single. Takes the 3-0 for strike 1. There is ball 4. And the first walk given up by Masterson of the night. It's 1st and 3rd now with 2 down. What's red, white, and winningly delicious? Lobster at Uno. Now for a limited time, choose from an incredible lobster dishes. Everything from lobster rolls to lobster mac and cheese. It's only at Uno. Way deeper than pizza. A chance here for the Red Sox in the 2nd inning. 1st and 3rd, 2 down. And Jed Lowry, the batter. At .281 with no homers and 3 runs batted in. Now he rolls it over foul towards the Red Sox dugout. And before Masterson was traded at the trade deadline, he was 3-3 with a 4.50 earned run average in 31 games, 6 starts overall with the Red Sox before the trade on July 31st. This is away for ball 1, 1-1. Off to a tough start this year. In April, he was 0-3 in the rotation with 5.68 earned run average. 0-2 in 6 May starts. And individually had lost 11 straight games dating back to last year. It was tied for the 3rd longest losing streak in Indians club history. And since that complete game 2 hit shutout against the Red Sox in the last 9, he's gone just 1-5. It's away and it's 3-1.
Right now having a tough time finding that strike zone. The walk to Kalish, falling behind 3 balls and 1 strike.
Evan Cash waiting on deck. 2 down here in the 2nd inning. Wow, he grounds it down the first baseline. It's a fair ball and tag the bag to end the inning. And Laporta making the grab and the tag out at the bag. Red Sox strand a pair were scoreless. Tough one.
Yeah, goal gets by and you never know. Could be 2.
Could be 2. See the Yankees won today too.
Yeah. You got an off day tomorrow too.
Get ready.
Nothing going on in Tampa yet.
Park. John Lester has retired the first 6 Cleveland Indians he has faced tonight, and 3 by way of the K. Andy Marte, Trevor Crow, and Lou Marson the bat here in the 3rd inning. Marte hitting under 200 to start tonight at 195 with 3 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Member of the Red Sox at one point, and part of the deal. And from the Red Sox to the Cleveland Indians. As this one is missing for ball 2, and it's 2-1. With Kelly Shoppick for Coco Crisp and David Risk. Josh Bard, all part of that deal back in January of '06. And now in his 5th year as a member of the Cleveland Indians. And been acquired originally by the Red Sox from the Braves in exchange for Edgar Renteria. As he takes ball 4 and heads down to first base. Let's send it down to Heidi.
Well, Don, it's been a trying year for Jacoby Ellsbury, who's been criticized for not coming back sooner. Well, today he addressed those critics who said he's not been tough enough this year.
I know, how my body feels. I played hurt in the past. I, played other sport, played football for, cut off my own cast, to play in the game. Broke my collarbone back in playing basketball, going up for a dunk, and the day I got out of the cast, played in the first baseball game. So, injuries, part of the game. Some people understand it, some people won't, but the fans have been great. The fans have been great to me.
Terry Francona said the team will still keep a close eye on Ellsbury and try to manage his workload before games so he keeps himself healthy and productive for game action. Ellsbury said he still feels some discomfort when he swings the bat at times. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. It just sort of appears that it is going to be that way the rest of the way as far as Jacoby Ellsbury goes. And it did take a very long time. And I think one of the things that fans said and some things were written were that a lot of the players on the Red Sox hung around the Red Sox during their injuries. Of course, Dustin Pedroia was here, Jason Varitek was here, and Jacoby Ellsbury. We should mention with the team's blessing, went to Arizona and worked out to try to get better, and of course couldn't do much in the way of baseball activities. And with that kind of injury, you really can't do a great deal. You try to stay in condition. That's what he tried to do.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem with that end of it. I really didn't, because at that particular time, I think, like you said, both sides came to a mutual agreement. It's probably best for him not to be around and be away from it and get himself better to where he can do baseball activities.
Lester's 1-2 is on the ground and a fair ball down the left field line, kicks off the boxes and jets to Kalish. It will hold Marte at second base. Trevor Crow right down the line with a base hit.
Trevor Crow right down that third baseline. Looks like a cut fastball that he really cleans out inside. It's about belt high, and it hits the stands that jet out and bounce out toward left field, so that keeps that runner at second base. So the walk and base hit, and the Indians have something going here in the 3rd inning.
2 on, nobody out. Lou Marson, the batter, the catcher for the Indians. Well, there's 2 things I've heard you say a lot over the years, and one is that you kind of understand guys who don't want to be around when you're on the DL, number 1. And number 2, it's certainly, it's different for everybody. You really can't get inside somebody else's body to determine how injured they really are.
I never question injuries because, the last part of my career was basically full of injury, with my knee. And so, if people questioned me at that time, why can't he do this, why can't he do that? Because I couldn't do it. That's why. So I don't question injuries like that. I really don't. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different personality on how they want to handle things.
Sacrifice laid down, and Lester's going to go to third, but he throws it away. From third comes Marte. He'll score. Everybody's going to move up. Throw to second base is not in time. That turned out very badly for John Lester and the Red Sox. The sacrifice, Marson was giving up the out, but instead Lester throws it away, and the Indians take a 1-0 lead.
And John had plenty of time, too. He made the right decision to go to third base, just did not make a good throw. He had plenty of time to get that force out at third base. Ball gets by Beltre, 1 run scores, and the runner safe at second base, Lou Marson. You can see clearly by that view there that there was plenty of time to get that force. A good throw would have had it. So the Red Sox get a little sloppy here in the third inning, and the Indians take advantage of it.
Fielder's choice. Error charge to Lester. No RBI in the play. One of those second and third with nobody out here in this third inning. This has happened very fast. Lester retired the first 6 batters he faced. The walk by Marte. A single by Crow. The fielder's choice in the error. Run scores second and third. And Jason Donald ahead of the count 1-0. So top ball 2-0, and now a visit from Cash to Lester. Trying to settle him down here. Second time through this Indians order down as Jason Donald flied out to right field in the first inning. He is 0 for 1 as Lester trying to regain his composure here in the third inning. That's it by him there. That was up 2-1.
Elevating the fastball on the 2-0 count to get the swing and miss.
Up and away, ball 3. There's Donald now, Cabrera next. As the Indians bat here in the third inning. Already on top 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball up again, and chasing again is Donald.
Pitches appear to be strike. They're high strikes, and Donald right now cannot make contact on those high strikes.
Popped up towards second baseman Jed Lowry, who makes the catch for the first out here in the third inning.
Instead of the straight fastball that time, a cut fastball from Lester that really jams Donald and gets that little pop up to second base. Now there's 1 out with second and third. There's the cutter right there from John Lester that really gets in toward the hands of Jason Donald.
So second and third, 1 out. As Drupal Cabrera grounded out to second base in the first inning, 0 for 1. Strike 1 to Cabrera. Cabrera with a few guys left from the team that went to the American League Championship Series against the Red Sox in 2007. It was his first year in the major leagues. He's got Trevor Crowe at third base, Lou Marson at second base, and 1 out in the third. On the ground down the line, but foul just outside the bag at third. Season in Cleveland for Cabrera, came over from the Mariners in exchange for first baseman Eduardo Perez back in 06. There's a ground ball back to Lester. Hits the runner back at third and fires to first base for the second out of the inning. advance for the runners at second and third, 2 down.
So far in this game, the changeup's been a very good pitch for John Lester. He's got a couple of strikeouts on changeups. Now this ground ball right back to the box on the same pitch, the changeup. Checks that runner at third base, grabs the out at first, and now there's 2 outs with second and third.
Here's Shin-Soo Choo with a chance here. He struck out looking in the first inning. One of 3 strikeouts for John Lester. Lester now with 153 strikeouts on the year. He is second in the American League in that category. Jared Weaver, who the Red Sox saw as part of the last 10-game road trip out west, leads the league. Weaver with 162 strikeouts on the year so far. 1-0 is in the dirt and nicely corralled by Cash with the runner at third.
Now Cash does a very nice job there blocking the ball, not trying to catch it. It's the changeup again. He's expecting that ball down in the dirt and does a nice job blocking it and keeping the runner at third base.
Stays away, and it's 3-0. This is the third 3-ball count of the inning for John Lester. Had none in the first 2 innings. And he loses Choo down to first base with the second walk of the inning, second walk of the outing allowed by John Lester. He's had to work hard in this inning. And it's a bases loaded situation now with 2 down and Shelley Duncan coming up. Duncan struck out swinging in the second inning, 0 for 1. John Farrell coming out from the dugout. 21 pitches through the first 2 innings and 25 pitches in this inning. I want to remind you to get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery. Call 888-MY-GLOBE or go to bostonglobe.com/sports. John Farrell to the mound to talk to Lester with 2 outs here in the third inning. The Indians have taken a 1-0 advantage. It is Crow at third, Marson at second, and Choo at first. A 1-0 to Shelley Duncan. On the outside corner. Strike 1, 1-1. And Duncan's been 2 for 3 this season with the bases loaded. Chance here for the Indians in the third. And he chops it foul, 1-2. Lester has faced 13 batters with the bases loaded this season and has not given up a base hit. Trying to keep that trend going. On the ground softly to third. Beltre tagged the runner that ends the inning. The Indians get a run. We played 2.5, 1-0 Cleveland. Last half of the third inning back at Fenway Park, 1-0 Indians on top as Kevin Cash comes to bat for the Red Sox. Cash takes strike one, batting out of the number 9 spot. He is 7 for 49. Hitting at 143. No homers and no runs batted in since rejoining the Red Sox. So take strike 2 from Masterson, who has given him 1 hit so far. The leadoff double by Victor Martinez. Also walked Ryan Kalish. Now a line drive to center struck well. Crow going back, won't get there. This is quickly through to the track on the wall, and Cash scampers to second base with a line drive double to begin things here in the third inning. That was a line shot off the bat of Kevin Cash.
And Trevor Crow was shading him to the opposite field and playing him very shallow. An 0-2 breaking ball that gets right down the middle of the plate. And Cash hits the line drive past the shallow Trevor Crow. So Cash in scoring position with nobody out.
And since returning to the Red Sox, his first extra base hit, as he stands at second base. Begin things here in the third inning. Now Ellsbury with the bunt bid. Fouls it off. Jacoby in his first at bat popped out to the second baseman Jason Donnell in the first inning. Bunted down the third baseline foul, and it's 0-2.
Seems a little odd that they'd be bunting this early in the game, third inning in a 1-0 ball game, but Ellsbury squaring around twice, trying to drop the ball down the third baseline.
Maybe Terry Francona, the Red Sox, feel Masterson was going to do what he did last time out against him. A 2-hit complete game shutout. As the pitch misses away, and it's 1-2 to Ellsbury.
Or maybe just coming off the DL, Ellsbury doing that on his own.
Jacoby with 2 stolen bases this season for the Red Sox, of course, after 70 last year. 1-2 is chopped towards short. Cabrera's got it, and he'll fire to first, and they get Ellsbury. 0 for 2 tonight is Jacoby in his return, and no advance for Kevin Cash. 1 out here in the third inning.
Well, once you get 2 strikes on you, it's the whole idea is just try to make contact, and until then, that's when you try to move that runner along. But 2 strikes, you're in survival mode, and that time the ground ball was shortstop. Cash has to stay at second.
1 out for Marco Scutaro. Flied out to left field in the first inning. 0 for 1. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network. And we told you about all the games Marco Scutaro has led off in the absence of Jacoby Ellsbury. And the American League leaders in plate appearances, tied down with Derek Jeter. As he takes a strike, 1-1. Mentioned the Yankees winning today 5-1, and his 600th home run in that game for A-Rod. He finally got it out of the way. Long time in between 599 and 600, but Alex Rodriguez getting it done today, as did the Yankees, who are half a game back of the Rays. A foul tip into the catcher's mitt. It's 1-2. Foul tipped and held onto by Marson for strike 3. First strikeout for Masterson. And there's 2 down in the third inning.
That fastball really took off this time for Masterson, up and away from Marco Scutaro. You're facing a guy like Masterson, you're thinking about the ball down in the zone, then he zips one up there, and no contact.
So 2 down. Kevin Cash at second base. David Ortiz, a batter, grounded out to the third baseman Andy Marte in the first inning. Alex Rodriguez now part of an exclusive club, the 600 home run club or more. Sammy Sosa at 609. Ken Griffey Jr. just retired, of course, 630. Willie Mays, Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, and Barry Bonds, 762. In there for a strike, 1-1. Kind of a check swing that is out front. That was a fair ball. And it goes foul. Marson did not react right away. They jumped out there immediately. May have been able to keep that fair.
Yeah, it looks like nobody knew exactly where the ball was. Marson, Big Papi. Ball bouncing up high. Marson can't see it, I think, because Ortiz is in the way. And by the time it gets over, it just rolls into foul territory. Look at Marson's eyes. He has no idea where the baseball is.
No clue. He looked third, first.
Somebody help me, please.
This will be the 50th pitch for Masterson of his outing through 2 2/3. Cash at second base. Red Sox trailing by a run. Ortiz thought about it and didn't pull the trigger, and it's ball 2, 2-2. Victor Martinez waiting on deck. Ortiz 3 for 9 in the series against the Indians. Swing and a miss. 94 and by him on the fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Masterson. 1-0 Indians at the end of 3.
Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Foxwoods.
Top of the 4th inning with the Indians on top 1-0. And that's Matt Laporta to get it started. The first baseman for the Indians against John Lester. Lester facing 7 batters in the 3rd inning. And the Indians getting a run. Lester's error, big part of that. Run scored by the Indians in the 3rd. It scored Marte and gave the Indians 1-0 advantage. Worked around 2 walks in that inning. As Laporta drives this to left, back towards the wall and off it. Kalis should play it quickly barehanded and hold Laporta to a very long single.
I mentioned last inning that the changeup's been a good pitch for John Lester. Not that time. It stayed up in the zone, and Laporta rifles it off that left field wall. Nice play by Kalish to back off and get it back in the infield on one strong hop. So that holds Laporta at first base for the long single.
Lead runner on for the second straight inning for the Indians, and Jason Nix coming up as Jim Reynolds, home plate umpire, cleans off the plate. Nix struck out swinging in the second inning, one of 3 Ks tonight for the Red Sox left-hander John Lester. Lester coming in with a 3.05 earned run average into tonight's outing. More than a run less than the league average at 4.15. Even with the 3 losses in 3 straight outings for Lester, he comes in at 11-6. Red Sox as a team earned run average wise, they now are 8th in the American League with 4.17 as a staff. Lester falling behind 2-1 to Jason Nix. Nobody out, runner at first. Red Sox starting the night 6.5 games back of the Tampa Bay Rays. 2-1 is popped up, foul ground. Victor Martinez and Kevin Cash. And Victor will backpedal to make the catch. Almost ended up overrunning it. Coming back towards the playing surface, and he makes the catch for the first out.
For being a catcher, you're kind of accustomed to doing this, aren't you? Backpedaling a little bit to make a catch on a foul ball. This time, Victor has to do it from first base. Breeze not as strong tonight as it was last night, blowing out towards center field.
Now Laporte at first base, 1 out. Andy Marte, the batter, walked and scored the game's only run in the 3rd inning. Marte jumps back, takes ball 1. Snap throw to first, and back on the bag is Laporta. As Kevin Cash giving it a shot down there at first base. Laporta gets back. Ball 2, 2-1. And Marte has really struggled and has not been in the lineup very much since June the 7th. He's hit at 190. First start of the series. Swings at the 2-1, and it's 2-2. Crow waiting on deck. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Matt Laporta with a single. Nix with a foul out. 1 on, 1 out. Inside, ball 3, full count. swing and a miss. Lester picks up his 4th strikeout of the night. 2 down.
Lester stays with the fastball on the 3-2 count and throws it right by Marte. Outside part of the plate.
Leadoff single allowed by Lester to begin things here in the 4th inning, but Nick's fouled out. Marte strikes out. 2 down. Hurt first, and Trevor Crowe, the batter. Well, the single in the 3rd inning. 1 of 2 hits off John Lester tonight. As Lester fires with fastball away. Ball drops in there for a strike. 1-1. Lester going to the curveball there. Lead for ball 2. 2-1 to Trevor Crowe. The Tampa Bay Rays tonight are at home. They host the Minnesota Twins. Twins have a 1-0 lead over the Rays in the 3rd inning of that ball game tonight. Baker against Price, the matchup tonight at Tropicana Field. 2-1 is on the ground to second. Lowry will go to first with the throw that's in plenty of time to end the inning. 3.5 done. It is 1-0 Cleveland.
With liquid Sundays at the pool at the MGM Grand at Foxwoods, presented by Mood Swing 360. The hottest DJs spin tunes from noon to sundown every Sunday.
Last half of the 4th inning, and some fans from Oklahoma have made their way here to Fenway Park. And set up a target out there for Victor Martinez, who leads it off in the home half of the 4th inning. Indians on top 1-0. Victor getting his second look at Masterson tonight. He doubled in the 2nd inning as he takes the strike. 1-1. Masterson has equaled the number of hits that he allowed in his first outing this season against the Red Sox at Progressive Field in Cleveland. Both the hits have been doubles tonight. Victor with a double, and Kevin Cash also with a double. Masterson has walked a batter, struck out 2 as he works his way into the 4th inning. Outside, ball 3. Masterson just 3-10 coming into tonight's outing with a 5.55 earned run average. And a leadoff walk for Victor Martinez. Second walk allowed by Masterson. Don't just beat the heat this summer, annihilate it. Hurry into Cumberland Farms Chill Zone today and fill up on your absolute favorite fountain or frozen beverage for just 79 cents, any size, anytime. The Chill Zone, only at Cumberland Farms. Victor Martinez at first base, nobody out. J.D. Drew. It's a ground ball to first base. Laporta will try for 2 to second, for 1 back to first, not in time. And covering at first was Masterson, but Drew beats it out. Martinez erased at second, 1 down.
Ball not hit very hard by J.D. Drew, and Laporta just making sure he gets that force out at second base. Cabrera tries to turn it over, but not in time to Masterson to get the double play.
So 1 out, Drew at first, and Beltre the batter. Adrian grounded back to the mound in the 2nd inning, handled by Masterson himself. Outside, ball 2, 2-0. The Red Sox have won 8 of their last 12 games. Victorious last night, 3-1 with Beckett the winner, Papelbon the save. Down the line at third, it's a fair ball, kicks off the boxes right to Duncan, and that will hold Drew at second base. A shot right over to Shelley Duncan as Beltre right down the line, and Beltre able to extend that hitting streak now to 10 games.
It's that inside fastball and a topspin ground ball right down the third base line, right over the bag. Fair call made by Welke, the third base umpire. Red Sox now with runners at first and second with 1 out. You see the 10-game hitting streak at 359 for Adrian Beltre.
Two on, 1 out, and a chance here for Ryan Kalish. Kalish, after the first pitch, chops it foul. He walked in the 2nd inning, 1 of 2 walks allowed by Masterson. Drew at second base, Beltre at first base, 1 out in the 4th inning. Swinging a foul tip, 0-2.
A little extra something on that fastball for Masterson at 95 miles an hour.
Jed Lowry waiting on deck. 1 out, 2 on. Red Sox trailing by a run as they bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Just off the outside edge, 2-2. Down the right field line, got out ahead of it and fouls it back into the seats. 2-2. Justin Masterson, still just 25 years of age. Red Sox second-round draft choice back in 2006. Here's 2-2. Kalish fouls it off. And his catcher Lou Larson out to talk to him here with one out and runners at first and second. And for Masterson, he joined the Red Sox for the first time in 2008. 6-5 with a 3.16 earned run average, 36 games, 9 starts. And then before the trade, the trade deadline in 09, he was 3-3 with a 4.50 ERA, 6 starts, 31 appearances, and he strikes out Kalish. So it's the third K for Masterson. And get him on the slider for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, he goes down and in with the slider right here to pick up the strikeout. Again, it looks like a strike to that left-handed hitter. By the time you swing, it's off the inside part of the plate, and you lose it.
So 2 outs, 2 on for Jed Lowry. He grounded out to first base in the second inning. Making his 8th start at second base since coming off the disabled list. 1 start at short. Made an appearance at first base for the first time in his career in the major leagues on Monday. So Red Sox had to shuffle some things around. When Kevin Youkilis was injured and had to come out of the game, Victor Martinez went to first and then had to come back and catch as they pinch hit for Cash late in the game. Mike Lowell as an option at first base, of course, now besides Victor Martinez, but Jed Lowry taking ground balls there on a regular basis, and Terry Francona said he could be used. And what a home run last night for Mike Lowell on his first at bat. 2-0 pitches on the ground. The first tough hop, and Laporta's got it. He'll take it to the bag and end the inning. Red Sox strand a pair. They let 5 on. We played 4, 1-0 Indians. Kitchen. Remember, no sales tax Saturday, August 14th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in all Frank Webb's Bath Centers in Massachusetts. Find your showroom at frankwebb.com. It's the 5th inning back at Fenway Park on a warm night. Indians have a 1-0 advantage. Red Sox have had their opportunities and have left 5 men on through the first 4 innings. So we head into the 5th. It's Lou Marson, the catcher. Leads it off for the Indians. They take strike one. Larson reaching on a fielder's choice in the third inning. And down on the count 0-2. Game number 108 on the season for the Red Sox. This one is by the dive of Beltre off the boxes. We've seen a lot of this tonight. And again, it'll hold Larson to a single as he quickly gets out there to the left fielder. And his first hit and the third hit of the night for the Indians.
Yeah, Lester goes with a 0-2 curveball right here, and Marson stays on it, driving it right down that third base line. And you're right, we have seen a number of these so far in this game that have ended up being singles.
So the lead runner is on for the third straight inning for the Indians. That runner scored in the third. In the fourth inning, Laporta never advanced off first base, and we'll find out what Lou Marson's fate is here in the fifth as Jason Donald bats and takes ball one. Donald has fly to right and popped out to second base, so for two. Strike right in there at 91-1. Lester's career against the Cleveland Indians, he has never lost against the Tribe. 3-0. 4.65 earned run average for him. As he misses for ball two, 2-1. The home and road splits for him. He is 6-3 at Fenway Park this year, 5-3 on the road. And his career numbers again against the Indians. Fouled off to the right, 2-2. I mentioned the three straight losses for him. The one in the middle at Seattle, well, it was tough to figure. He had retired the first 17 batters he faced. And had struck out a career high 13 batters, but took the 5-1 loss at Seattle. And the Eric Patterson error, followed by the Saunders home run, and all of a sudden that idea of the perfect game went right out the window. And not only to go out the window, but he ended up losing the game. That's 7 2/3, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned in that outing.
Well, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if they send that runner at first base.
Third full count of the night for John Lester, who's about to throw his 75th pitch of the night. Larson does go, and it's ground ball to deep third off the glove of Beltre into foul ground. Larson, a good base running move, heads for third and will get there. Good aggressive base running as Beltre runs it down and foul ground, and Larson just kept on going. A base hit for Jason Donald. It's first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, by getting that runner off at first base, the cut fastball there is taken right down the third base line. Nice effort by Beltre diving, but the ball gets far enough away for him where Marson can go on and take third base. So they do send the runner, base hit, and they have a first and third.
Well, as Drupal Cabrera, who is 0 for 2 in the game, he is grounded out to second base, grounded back to the mound. Important games for the Red Sox, no doubt. Taking on this Cleveland Indians team that right now is 15.5 games back in the American League Central. Team they hope to take advantage of at this point, and preparation certainly for the big series against the Yankees over the weekend. But we'll take advantage of these teams. This is a high drive to left field for Cabrera. Kalish is back in front of the scoreboard to make the catch. Larson tags. He will score as the Indians take a 2-0 lead on a sac fly for Cabrera, who flies out to left and puts the Indians on top 2-0.
Cabrera picks up his 10th RBI of the season. A ball that when it left the bat looked like maybe it had enough to go off that left field wall, but no. Kalish right back to the wall to make the catch. But they do get the run home with the sacrifice fly.
So 1 out, Donald at first base. Shin-Soo Choo, the batter. As he struck out in the first inning, walked in the third. As Choo takes ball 1. Lester started the night by retiring the first 6 Indians he faced before walking Marte to begin things in the third inning. That was the inning in which the Indians scored their first run. They get their second run here in the 5th. And since the second, they've had at least 1 base runner in every inning. And the pitch count rising now to 80 pitches for Lester with 1 out in the 5th. Pedroia in the Red Sox dugout. Watched him take batting practice today on the field and extra hitting. And look good hitting, but still a little sore, and they're backing him off again until Friday as he continues to slowly work his way back. Anytime feels a little bit of pain, though, they do not want to test that at any point. As this one gets away, as Donald will take second base, Cash runs it down, and Donald rounds second and returns to the bag as that one gets by Cash.
Yeah, I guess the problem for Pedroia is when he's running. I guess that still remains the issue with Dustin as this ball gets by Cash, goes back to the backstop, and the Indians get another man in scoring position.
Charge Cash with a pass ball. The strikeout and a walk, ahead 2-1. Rolls it over foul, 2-2. Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. Play here in the top half of the 5th inning. With 1 out, the Indians have secured their second run of the game. They have a 2-0 advantage with Jason Donald in scoring position at second base. And Shin-Soo Choo with a count of 2-2. On the ground right side, Lowry to his left. On to first for the out, but on to third goes Donald with 2 down in the inning. So 90 feet away with 2 down, and here's Shelley Duncan. He struck out in the second inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the third, 0 for 2. Duncan down the right field line. This is trouble as it gets in and gets by Drew. From third base comes Donald with the third Indians run. Duncan will pull it up at second with an RBI double. And the Indians lead it 3-0.
Duncan takes a fastball to the opposite field. That fastball right down the middle of the plate, but the inside-out swing by Shelley Duncan, and he plants it down in that right field corner. He gets by J.D. Drew And by the time he can track it down, Duncan at second base, but another run home for Cleveland.
So Duncan picks up his 20th RBI. 2 down, runner at second. Matt Laporta, the batter. He is grounded to short, single to left. And takes strike one. Laporta, 25 years old, second year with the Indians. As Cash is headed out and Terry Francona is headed out, and so is the trainer Greg Barajas. Not sure what Lester has injured here, but here they come.
Almost like he's got a cramp, trying to stretch out a cramp in his calf. Lester kind of shaking that left leg a little bit.
Back and forth they go here, and he will stay in the game for the moment as he will throw a warm-up toss here. He's 84 pitches deep in the game. And I hope, Jerry, that's all it is a cramp.
The way he reacted, it's kind of seemed like that. You know, trying to stretch out a part of the calf muscle right there that stiffened up on him. And, of course, Francona very concerned about it, because what he doesn't want to have happen is have him change his delivery and then hurt his arm on a throw. But Lester convinces him he's okay, and he will continue on.
And the pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 4 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 84 pitches. The 1-1 the count to Laporta. Shelley Duncan's at second base, 2 runs in for the Indians. Away in, it's 1-1. John Farrell getting somebody up in the pen. There's been no action in the pen to this point. And earlier in the game here, still in the 5th inning, and it is Scott Atchison who is first up in the pen. There's a ground ball fouled. It's 1-2.
And tomorrow night's Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe Red Sox Game Day Live with TC and Eck. They'll preview Dice K start as he goes for win number 8. That and much more tomorrow night at 6, only on NESN.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Duncan at second base. In the dirt, knocked down by Cash. No advance for Duncan at second. Atchison warming up in the pen has not worked since the 31st of July. So not since Saturday has he been in a game as he starts to heat it up out there in the pen. Lester ready with a 2-2 to Laporta. And it's outside, ball 3. Jason Nix on deck. Indians still batting in the 4th. They have tacked on 2 runs so far. Laporta grounds one to shortstop. Scudero will go to first base with the throw. Dug out on the backhand by Victor Martinez to end the inning. Pair of runs for the Indians, 3-0 Cleveland. Three 0 the Indians on top of the Red Sox now. We're in the midst of the bottom of the fifth inning as Kevin Cash has taken strike one from Masterson. Had a long wait in the top half of the inning, but now got a 3-run lead to work with. He has been a much different pitcher against the Red Sox than he has against other teams. Masterson with a complete game 2-hit shutout last time in Cleveland, and puts here into the fifth, having given up 3 hits tonight and so far no runs. Has walked 2 and struck out 3. But getting some run support. Cash has got one of the 3 hits. He doubled to begin the third inning but did not advance. Inside ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Kevin Cash, a number 9 man. Time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Here, the Red Sox are trailing 3-0 tonight. And the return of Jacoby Ellsbury, getting his 3rd plate appearance of the night. In his first at bat, he popped out to the second baseman, Jason Donald. Second time out, bounced out to the shortstop as Drupal Cabrera. So 0 for 2 in the game. 1-0 is out towards right center field. On the run is Crow, and he'll get there. Plenty of time to spare. Got over there in a hurry. Cut that one off and make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Trevor Crow really got a nice jump on that ball. Looked like when it left the bat, it might be a gap for Jacoby Ellsbury, but not the case. Shading him slightly to the opposite field, but gets a very good jump and makes it into an easy play.
So 1 out. Cash at first base, and Marco Scudero 0 for 2. He's fly to left, struck out swinging. Center fielder Trevor Crow plays him over towards right center. Good sized gap out there in left center, and there's strike one. Red Sox with 3 hits in the game. The double by Victor Martinez in the second, double by Kevin Cash in the third, and a single by Adrian Beltre in the fourth. This pitch almost gets Scudero. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank. For each Red Sox win this month, the Eastern Bank Charitable Foundation will donate $500 to the Boys and Girls Club of Lynn and Greater Salem. Warm night from Fenway Park with the Indians on top 3-0. Red Sox batting here in the 5th inning with 1 out. Kevin Cash at first base. And the 80th pitch of the night coming up for Justin Masterson. On the ground towards shortstop. Cabrera to second for 1, on the first for 2. And just like that, Masterson's out of another inning. We played 5. It's 3-0 Indians. Top half of the 6th inning back at Fenway Park. Indians have a 3-0 lead, and Justin Masterson, working his way so far through the first 5 innings on 80 pitches, has kept the Red Sox off the board. Jason Hicks leading it off here for the Indians in the 6th inning. Lester back out there, 90 pitches deep into his outing. Nix has 2 at-bats against Lester. He has struck out swinging, fouled out to the first baseman, 0 for 2. As he takes ball 2, 2-0. And here they come again. This time Mike Reinhold, the trainer, joining Terry Francona. And Lester seems stunned that they're coming out here. You get the feeling that if Terry's coming back out again, he may be bringing Lester with him this time.
You want to be extra cautious with John Lester. If that cramp's bothering him and he has to change his delivery, that's not a good thing. But he said no. He's fine, and back to the dugout goes Terry Francona.
I look very surprised to see him there. Is Terry coming out with Mike Reinhold?
He couldn't believe they were coming out.
What? I'm good. 2-0. Nix to deep left. Stays fair. It's drawn. It is fair and off the pole and gone. Nix with his 8th home run of the year, and the Indians on top 4-0. First home run of the night given up by Lester as the Lead widens here for the Indians.
Fastball down and in that time, and Nick's able to bring the hands in far enough to keep that ball in fair territory as it goes off the foul pole down in left field. And the long look by John Lester down that left field line.
Andy Marte, the batter, is walked and struck out as he takes strike 2 and quickly down 0-2. So the Indians getting a run in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, and they add a run here in the 6th inning on a leadoff solo home run by Jason Nix. Well, even now at 2-2. All 3 full count. Hutchinson had been up last inning. He's back up again and certainly ready if they decide to go in that direction. As Lester now nearing the 100 pitch mark. 5th full count of the night. And it's lined in the left field. A base hit for Andy Marte. He'll stop at first base. Kalish gets it back in, and here comes Terry Francona. And this time it's not a medical check. It is to make a pitching change. It's 4-0 Indians from Fenway. Four nothing. The Indians on top of the Red Sox. Nobody out so far here in the 6th inning. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. Scott Hutchinson into the game for the first time since Saturday. And it marks his 24th appearance of the year, 2-1 with a 4.06 earned run average. It's hitting at 226. Comes into a nobody out runner at first situation. Andy Marte is at first. Trevor Crowe the batter. And it's ball 1. Well, John Lester, 5+ innings in tonight's game. So far charged with 4 runs. He's responsible for Marte at first.
It's like John just had some trouble keeping that ball down in the zone tonight. Not many of those cutters, down and in those right-handed hitters.
This is to center. Ellsbury moves over and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And Marte back to the bag at first. The 5 innings equals the shortest outing. It's been done a couple times this year by Lester. And on the hook right now. Mentioned he has lost his last 3 starts, and There's the line right now as it stands. 2 of the 4 runs are earned. 1 run scored on one of his errors. "25 batters tonight that Lester faced. He only threw 10 first pitch strikes. Generally, that number is very high for John Lester, getting ahead in counts, but not the case tonight. Lou Marson bats. He's been on twice as he flares it foul off to the right.
Lou Marson's the guy that dropped the bunt down back in the 3rd inning where they had that errant throw by John Lester and a run came home. Also had a single in the 5th.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. Atchison has been the go-to guy. Middle of games, to start games for Terry Francona, and at one point being used late in games for a little while. Quick check on first and a scamper back to the bag for Marte. A bit of a stutter step and a slip. Fouled off, 1-2. Top of the order, Jason Donnell waiting on deck. 1 out in the 6th. Just outside, 2-2. Atchison has not allowed an earned run in 6 of his last 7 appearances. 1.59 earned run average in the last 11 1/3. Full count to Lou Marson, number 9 man in the Indians order. Runner goes, broken back grounder back to the mound. Atchison to second. They get an out there and an out at first. Well, it looked like Lowry may have missed the bag there. He gets the call at second base and finally turned by the Red Sox. It's 4-0 Indians. Back at Fenway Park as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Red Sox have their work cut out. They trail 4-0 here as they bat in the 6th. And trying to get to Justin Masterson. He's thrown 80 pitches. This is pitch 81. And it's ball 1 to David Ortiz. Ortiz, Martinez, and Drew to face Masterson in the 6th inning. David grounded out to third base in the 1st inning. Struck out swinging in the 3rd inning, 0 for 2. Masterson has walked as many as he has struck out tonight. 3 walks, 3 Ks. And 3 hits allowed. And no run. Zips one inside. And it's 2-1. Victor Martinez waiting on deck. He's been on base twice tonight. Ortiz grounds it foul into the Red Sox dugout. Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. Ortiz fouls it off into the seats this time.
Last couple of fastballs in on David Ortiz, and both occasions pulling it foul. Action, Tony Sipp loosening up for the Indians.
High drive to center, sending Trevor Crow back to the track wall. Gone. Big Poppy to center field with his 23rd home run of the year. Sox are on the board.
There have been 14 innings since the Red Sox have been able to score against Justin Masterson. And David Ortiz puts an end to that with his 23rd home run of the season. Finally, Masterson laid one out over the plate, and Ortiz to straightaway center field.
Twelfth home run allowed by Masterson, and the Red Sox finally getting to him for a run here in the 6th. Victor Martinez has doubled and walked. As he takes ball 1. Well, the home run for Ortiz, and during the 2010 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every home run hit by the Red Sox. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. Home run number 23 of the year for David Ortiz. Tim Belcher, the pitching coach, headed to the mound. So Masterson gives up the home run, then falls behind 2-0. This pitching line brought to you by Lexus. Masterson, 5+ innings, 4 hits, finally 1 run. Walks 3, strikes out 3, and 89 pitches. There have been base runners tonight for the Red Sox. They have left 5 men on through the first 5 innings. And only 1-1-2-3 inning on the night for Masterson. That was the 1st inning. Two 2-0 to Victor Martinez. Inside, ball 3. He's already walked him once tonight. Victor back in the 4th inning. There's a strike, 3-1. Line foul sharply into the seats.
Seems like every time Masterson throws one of those fastballs inside, those left-handed hitters are pulling it foul. The home run to Ortiz was right out over the plate.
Oh, foul this time off the catcher, Marson. J.D. Drew, another lefty waiting on deck. Red Sox batting in the 6th inning, finally on the board. Ortiz is homered to begin the inning. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up for Victor Martinez, battling here against Justin Masterson. The two traded for each other. Ball 4, and for the second time tonight, Victor Martinez will take the walk. Third time he's been on. As fans of New England sports, we know you have strong views on everything on and off the field. On Friday night at 11, don't miss the premiere of Nesson Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial, a show for opinionated sports fans. Jackson not waiting around. He's making the pitching change here in the 6th inning. The Indians on top 4-1. Introducing Arbor Coat Exterior Stain by Benjamin Moore. Revolutionary waterborne stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer. Justin Masterson done after 5+ innings, responsible for Victor Martinez at first base. So enters the home run to David Ortiz to begin this inning, and now left-hander Tony Sipp into the game. 46th appearance, 1-2 record with a 5.18 earned run average. And it's hitting at .232 against Sipp. He's allowed 20 runs in his last 20 2/3 innings pitched. J.D. Drew, the batter, standing in on the left side. And taking strike one. Drew batting with Martinez at first. And the Red Sox trailing 4-1. Beltre waiting on deck. Outside, ball 2. Ball 3, 3-1. Masterson with a chance to get his 4th win of the year. Came in at 3-10. Arts, after 5+ innings, needs help from the bullpen. Drew takes strike 2 and gets the bad news from Jim Reynolds. He started to head to first base.
Trying to draw the call was J.D. Drew, but looked like a pretty good pitch from Tony Sipp right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Swing and a miss. Elevates at 93, and Drew chases to strike out for the first out of the inning.
That's very unusual to see J.D. Drew chase a pitch that's not a strike. That ball up and out of the strike zone, and usually J.D. takes those pitches, but this time swings and no contact, so Sipp picks up the strikeout.
One out, one on for Adrian Beltre. Grounded back to the mound in the 2nd inning, singled in the 4th. On the ground, foul outside of 3rd. Well, the deepest drive of the week is presented by Uno's Chicago Grill. Way deeper than pizza. On Monday night in the 7th inning, Adrian Beltre launched the first of 2 home runs he had that night. This was his 18th of the season, clearing the Green Monster and traveling approximately 389 feet. Uno's Chicago Grill, way deeper than pizza. 1 out, 1 on. Beltre 1 for 2 in the game. Waits on an 0-1 pitch. And he fouls it off to the right, 0-2. Fourth career game against the Red Sox for Sipp, and he's been very good. 3 1/3. He's never allowed a hit unless a run. 10 batters, he's had 6 strikeouts against Boston, and that includes J.D. Drew, who just struck out. Down and in, and sliding to his left is Marson, 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Bill Hall with a helmet on and a bat in hand. After Beltre, Kalish scheduled to bat. Two and two with 1 out here in the 6th inning to Adrian Beltre. Beltre fouls off another. That time in 94. Sipp has been 92, 93, and that time in 94. In the dirt, Marson keeps it in front of him. No advance for Victor Martinez at first base.
Everything hard from Tony Sipp. The fastball, hard-breaking slider. Good job by Lou Marson this time, blocking that breaking ball in the dirt.
straight away on Adrian Beltre with 1 out in the 6th inning. Off the end of the bat, protecting the plate like he does so well. Still a full count.
It's amazing some of the outside pitches that Beltre is able to foul off. Pretty nasty pitch here by Sip away, but Beltre covering the plate and gives himself another chance.
Beltre strikes out. Sip finally gets him. 9-pitch at bat, and finally Beltre down by way of the K. 2 strikeouts for Sip.
Yeah, pretty impressive since coming into the ball game. A strikeout on a high pitch to J.D. Drew, a strikeout on a low fastball to Adrian Beltre. And Kalish being called back, as you predicted, Don. Bill Hall coming out on deck.
Kalish had walked and struck out, and Hall at 242, 12 homers, and 30 runs batted in. The pitch hit here. So we're talking over. Larson and Sip, the reliever. Victor Martinez is the responsibility of the departed pitcher, Justin Masterson, who left after 5+ innings. We do have action as Maniac in the pen. Right-hander Joe Smith came into the game last night after the ejections. And Act is going to go get him. So a pitching change after Bill Hall was announced as the pinch hitter. It is 4-1 Indians with 2 outs in the 6th inning. (4-1) Indians on top. That combination has pitched so far. Masterson 5+ and Tony Sip for 2/3. He gets back-to-back strikeouts before Joe Smith makes his way into the game. 31st appearance, 1-1 record. The 5.24 earned run average out of the pen. And it's hitting at 210 against Smith. With 2 outs, Victor Martinez at first base as Bill Hall takes strike 1. Joe Smith started the season with Cleveland before being optioned back to AAA Columbus in April at the end of. And then called back on June 22nd. Since the recalls had a 4.11 earned run average. There's another strike, and it's 0-2. Hall didn't think so.
And a little bit nasty on those right-handers dropping down to the side with that fastball.
Good swing, protective swing at 93, fouled off. Ball pinch hitting for Ryan Kalish, who had walked and struck out tonight. Jed Lowry awaits on deck. Chopped right side softly. Donald will flip to first for the out that ends the inning. Home run by Ortiz gets the Red Sox on the board. It is 4-1 Indians at the end of 6.
All right. Following the game tonight, it's WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC and Eck. They'll bring you post-game reaction from John Lester and Terry Francona. It's all after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live.
Bill Hall stays in the game after hitting for Ryan Kalish, takes over for him in left field. Jason Donald leads it off here for the Indians against Scott Atchison. Atchison getting into the game in the 6th inning with nobody out. Got a key double play started to get out of the 6th inning in any further trouble. After John Lester tonight was charged with 4 runs in 5+ innings, giving up 7 hits, walking 2, striking out 4. And is on the hook right now with the Indians on top 4-1. On the ground, back up the middle into center field. A base hit for Jason Donald. His 2nd hit and a leadoff hit here in the 7th inning. This is the 4th straight inning the lead runner has been on for the Indians.
Yeah, it's the cut fastball from Atchison and taken right back up the middle by Donald. He had that base hit in the 5th inning, an inning where the Indians scored 2 runs.
There's Asdrubal Cabrera. Was grounded out to second base, grounded back to the mound, and hit a sacrifice fly to the warning track in left field. For a strike, and it's 0-1. The Red Sox have been held to 1 run tonight so far. They're 7-19 when scoring 3 runs or less. Indians are 34-7 when leading after 6 innings, and the Tribe with a 4-1 lead here in the 7th inning. Ball 1-1-1. There is action behind Atchison in the pen as Manny Del Carmen warming up. On the ground to first base and under the glove of Victor Martinez. It is fair down that first base line, and heading to third base is Donald. He'll be stopped there. To second base goes Cabrera. On a ball that gets under the glove of Victor Martinez right down the line.
Martinez holding the runner on, then pops off and doesn't get the glove down. Comes up a little bit too soon. Ball gets by him, and a first and third situation.
They'll charge Victor Martinez with an error. So for the Red Sox, their second miscue of the night. So they will put on Shin-Soo Choo with first base open. The runners at second and third and not deal with him. They'll load the bases with nobody out here for the Indians in the seventh. Take their chances with Shelley Duncan, who waits on deck. So Choo down to first base. Well, this week Heidi Watney comes to you from LeLacheur Park, home of the Lowell Spinners, with this week's lineup on the Ultimate Red Sox Show, presented by Arbella Insurance, Sunday at 1.
I was supposed to read that promo, but I couldn't say LeLacheur.
Is that why you handed it off?
That's why I gave it to you. I thought I was going to box it up.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Shelley Duncan with a chance here to do more damage for the Indians. Infield in as he takes ball one. Don't fear the promo, Jerry. Attack it.
Generally, that's what I try to do, but when I see a funny word in there that I'm not quite sure of, you know how things get worse?
Yes. This is on the ground to short. Scudero will come home with it, and the throw is not going to be in time. It pulled him. Cash comes off the plate, and the run scores to put the Indians on top 5-1.
Yeah, it looked like Kevin Cash tried to stretch out like a first baseman, but the throw's going to pull him off the home plate. Scudero charging the ball, the off-balance throw. It's to the third base side, and you see the foot come off early for Kevin Cash. Right there. Good call by the home plate umpire.
This is turning into an ugly inning for the Red Sox as Scudero is charged with an error. And it is the second miscue of the inning for Boston. Victor Martinez charged with the two-base error. A run in for the Indians, who regain the lead once again to a 4-run pad. And it is 5-1, bases loaded. And it's strike one to Matt Laporta. Inside ball 1-1-1. It is Cabrera at third base, Choo at second base, Duncan at first, nobody out. Indians batting in the seventh. And it's to Scudero again. He's coming home again. This time they got one, and that's it. As Cash is taken out. As Cabrera took him out as he had his back turned to him, and Cash looking towards first base when he got kind of taken out.
It's almost like a play at second base when you try to take out the second baseman or shortstop in the middle infield. The runner coming home, Cabrera takes out the legs of Kevin Cash. He can never make the throw to first base.
Bases reloaded again. One out in the inning. Jason Nix, the batter, he had a home run off John Lester in the sixth inning. strike one. Indians adding a run so far here in the inning. 2 errors in the inning, an intentional walk. High fly ball to center field, sending Ellsbury back. This will carry him to the track, but he makes the catch. Tagging at third is Chu. He will score the 6th Indians run. Tagging up in second and moving to third is Duncan, and it is 6-1 now Indians. Second RBI of the night for Jason Nix.
And Nix had the home run last time up. And this time, the sacrifice fly deep enough to center field to get that run home from third base.
So first and third now, 2 down in the inning. Andy Marte, the batter, is walked, struck out, and singled. Ball 1 outside. '30th pitch of relief coming up for Atchison here. And it's ball 2, 2-0. Tried to hold up, but could not, says Bill Welke. First base umpire, 2-1.
Marte trying to check his swing on a high pitch, but can't do it.
High drive to deep left field for Marte. Back is Hall, but that ball is gone. A 3-run home run for Andy Marte. And it's 9-1 Indians. His 4th home run of the year opens this game up.
He gets that cut fastball that stays up in the zone between the letters and the belt. And that uppercut swing puts it just on top of the green monster for the home run. The Indians have opened this one up big time.
Eighth man to bat here for Cleveland in the 7th inning. Be Trevor Crow. And he takes strike 1. John Lester charged with 4 runs in the ballgame tonight, 5 so far. For Atchison here in the 7th inning, he's got 2 outs. A 1 pitch is to right field, sending Drew back. JD will get there and make the catch. That ends the inning. By the end of the inning, a 5-run 7th has Cleveland on top, 9-1. run in the 6th, 5 in the 7th, and have taken a 9-1 lead into the bottom of the 7th inning. Jed Lowry leads it off against Joe Smith. Came into the game in the 6th. As Lowry takes strike one. Jed has done the same thing twice tonight. That's ground out to the first baseman, Matt Laporta. He's handled him by himself twice. That's a foul this time down by the tarp. Jensen Lewis was ejected from last night's game. Bringing up in the pen for the Indians. Kevin Cash and Jacoby Ellsbury in the 7th. Softly lined, second baseman Donald looked towards first, but the pitcher not over to cover. He got over there finally, but it is Lowry who will reach to begin things here in the 7th inning.
Now, it's smart of Donald not to make the throw because you see the late reaction from the pitcher, and if he'd have thrown this on the run, it could have ended up anywhere. So he wisely does not make the throw as the pitcher Smith did not get off the mound. So Lowry picks up a base hit.
Lead runner on for the Red Sox here in the 7th inning. Kevin Cash, the batter. Doubled in the 3rd inning, walked in the 5th. As he takes strike one. And Justin Masterson, the pitcher of record, with a chance to get his 4th win of the year. As he went 5+, giving up 4 hits and a run. There's a bloop back to first. It lands foul. Very close. And Bill Welke calling it a foul ball.
Now, Welke got a good look at it because it was up there for a pretty decent amount of time and not hit hard. So it gave him a chance to turn around and get a good look. No argument from the Red Sox first base coach or from the dugout. Looked like a good call.
It's 0-2 to Kevin Cash. Outside ball 1-1-2. Right-handed batters hitting only a .210 against Smith. As he strikes out a right-handed batter in Kevin Cash for the first out of the 7th inning. Well, Red Sox fans, make your way to Fenway Park this August and September with the Red Sox double play packs. They're a great weekend game with a weeknight game at Fenway Park. Visit redsox.com/doubleplay to get your packs today. Single for Lowry to begin the 7th inning. A strikeout for Cash. 1 on, 1 out. And the return of Jacoby Ellsbury has been a quiet one so far tonight. As Jacoby has popped out to second base, bounced to short, flied out to center. Pops it up left side. The shortstop Cabrera makes the catch in short left. 2 down. So Lowry first base 2 away, and Marco Scudero coming up in the 2 spot tonight with Jacoby Ellsbury leading off. Scudero 0-for-3 in the game. He's flied out to left, struck out swinging, and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Fielder Trevor Crowe step or 2 towards right center. For Scudero to go the other way. Pitch is away for ball 2, 2-0. For a strike, and it's 2-1. Sliced foul to the right, 2-2.
And don't forget, after the game, stay with us for Granite City Electric Red Sox final that's coming up from our Nesson HD Television Center.
Jed Lowry with a single to begin the inning. Cash struck out. Ellsbury popping out. 2 outs, a runner at first. Scudero with another foul fly off to the right. Red Sox and Indians with 1 game left in the series tomorrow night here at Fenway Park. Daisuke Matsuzaka on the 7-3 gets the start against Josh Tomlin, a right-hander. 1-0 at a 1.46 earned run average. 2-2 to Scudero. Outside, ball 3. Scudero pops it up. Foul ground, giving chase is Marte by his own dugout. Makes the catch. Ends things here in the 7th inning. We played at 7. It's 9-1 Indians. Hometown favorite baseball team, Dunkin' Donuts, is the hometown favorite for coffee. Dunkin' Donuts would like to recognize the hometown favorite fan of the game. Going above and beyond, just like Dunkin' with 60 years of coffee greatness, Dunkin' Donuts is #1 for iced coffee. Changes for the Red Sox. Eric Patterson is into the game in left field now for Boston. As moving from second base to shortstop is Jed Lowry. Moving from left field to second base is Bill Hall. And the new pitcher for Boston, Manny Del Carmen, third pitcher of the night, his 40th appearance, 3-2 record with a 4.82 earned run average. Moment sitting at 216. Del Carmen walking 23 in 37 and a third innings, striking out 25. He's pitching this series, pitching in game 1. Now this one right back at him. Knocks it down, then flips to first base to get Marson for the first out of the 8th.
Nice play by Del Carmen. Ground ball right back to him. Knocks it down with the glove and then right back into the glove before it hits the ground. Gets the out at first base. First out here in the 8th.
One out, and it takes us to the top of the Indians order. Jason Donald, who's had 2 hits tonight, both singles. He scored 2 runs. Ball 2, 2-0. Softly lined and picked at second base by Hall in the air for the second out here of the 8th inning. Sinking liner, 2 down. Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Eastern Bank, awarded highest customer satisfaction in retail banking in the New England region by J.D. Power and Associates. 2 down here in the 8th inning, and as Asdrubal Cabrera coming up here for the Indians. A sacrifice fly back in the 5th inning to pick up an RBI. Fly ball this time to left. Patterson is there, hooks towards him to end the inning. 1-2-3-8 for Del Carmen. It is 9-1 Indians.
Island is a proud sponsor of Red Sox baseball on Nesson. During the 2010 season, Twin River will donate $100 to the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon for every Red Sox stolen base. Twin River Casino. So much, so close, so rewarding.
Last half of the 8th inning, 9-1. The Indians on top of the Red Sox. David Ortiz to lead it off here against a new pitcher. Vincent Lewis, of course, threw behind Adrian Beltre last night, ejected from the game. 25th appearance of this season. If you're Vincent Lewis last night and you realize you got to throw at Adrian Beltre, I wonder what you're thinking. I'm wondering.
Probably best to miss him like he did.
Yeah. I mean, is he coming out here? Or, I mean,
if he does, you hope that the catcher somehow intercepts him.
Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. I guess my first thought would be, am I going to get hurt in this exchange?
You wouldn't run?
No, I would not run. I've
seen that before.
Yes. I'd hang in there and hope that some friends would come over soon. 2-2 is fouled off. Dustin Richardson, the left-hander, up in the pen. Ortiz leading it off in the 8th inning. Red Sox trailing by 8 runs. David homered in the 6th inning, his 23rd of the year. Takes ball 3, full count. Jensen Lewis, this is his 4th stint with the Indians this year. And a walk for David Ortiz to begin the 8th. The last thing Manny Acta wanted with a big 8-run lead. Walk the first batter that he faces as he comes into the game.
A little surprising, too. 8-run lead, a changeup on the 3-2 count to David Ortiz.
David at first base. Victor Martinez has been on base 3 times. Double in the 2nd, a walk in the 4th, another walk in the 6th inning. Former Indian now has hit safely in 9 of 11 career games against Cleveland. Fly ball, center field, Trevor Crowe makes the catch for the first out of the 8th. So 1 down. Ortiz at first and Drew coming up. JD grounded out in the 2nd, reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th, and struck out swinging in the 6th inning. Take strike 1 from Lewis. The Red Sox have been playing some tight games lately. Each of the last 5 games have been decided by 2 runs or less. But not tonight. Indians have opened it up, an 8-run lead right now. And Boston batting in the 8th. In fact, the Red Sox have played an American League high 59 games decided by 2 runs or less. 31 and 28 in those tilts. Outside, 1-2. Ortiz at first, 1 out in the 8th. Swing and a miss. Drew strikes out for the 2nd time tonight, and there's 2 down in the 8th inning.
At both times, JD going down in the fastball, a high fastball last time, and this time a fastball right down the middle of the plate.
So 2 down after the leadoff walk for Ortiz, and here's Adrian Beltre. Lewis threw behind last night. last night's action is Lewis throwing behind Beltre. And, of course, Lewis was ejected from the game after that. Pitch outside, and the count 2-0. Beltre drives one out towards the triangle in right center field. He's high off the wall. Big poppy from first base will be stopped on a long double for Beltre. And it's second and third with 2 outs. Beltre almost got that out of here. Deepest part of the yard.
Yeah, showing a lot of power heading out to that 420 mark was Adrian Beltre. Finally gets a fastball. Started with 2 breaking balls. Gets a fastball down out over the plate, and Beltre deep. Not that far from the Jordan's furniture circle out there, was it?
Safe and secure at second. Safe and secure in New York life. Second and third, 2 down. Will Hall with the open stance. Trying to chip away here, trailing by 8 runs. And it's ball 1. Outside, ball 2, 2-0. Ball now, the inning continues. Lowry next. Second and third, 2 outs in the 8th. Ball fouls it off, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2 to Hall. Two is a swing and a miss, and Hall strikes out. Second and third left for the Red Sox, trailing 9-1. 9-1, Indians on top of the Red Sox. Time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow in the final game of the series, it'll be Daisuke Matsuzaka for Boston. Matsuzaka tossed 8 shutout innings versus Cleveland back on June 7th at Progressive Field, allowing just 4 hits. He's 3-1 against the Tribe in his career with an ERA of 2.70. Matched up against Josh Tomlin tomorrow night here at Fenway. Tomlin 1-0 with a 1.46 ERA. Darnell McDonald into the game in right field. J.D. Drew has the rest of the night off. And the new pitcher is Dustin Richardson into his 16th game of the year. Shin-Soo Choo leads it off for Cleveland, and he takes strike 1. Choo has walked twice, once intentionally, and scored a run. He's also struck out and grounded out. Fouled off to the left, out of play, 1-2. Manny Del Carmen at a 1-2-3 eighth inning. And Richardson becomes the 4th Boston pitcher of the night. Shelley Duncan waiting on deck. Line in left field. Over the plate is Patterson. Shin-Soo Choo has a base hit to begin things in the 9th inning.
Picks up his first hit of the night, but he's been on base 3 times. A walk, an intentional walk, and now the base hit to the opposite field off Richardson. Takes the line drive to left and picks up his first base hit here in the 9th inning.
So now everybody in the Indians starting nine's got a base hit with the exception of Asdrubal Cabrera. Well, Cabrera's been on a 2-base error. Got him on in the 7th inning, but he's got at least 1 now for the Indians, who have 10 hits in the game. Right-hander Hector Ambrose is up in the pen. Duncan hits a fly ball to center field. Jacoby Ellsbury is out there and puts it away for out number 1 of the 9th inning. Well, to kick off the 9th annual WEEI Nesson Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon, we'll auction off one-of-a-kind packages, including a Deutsche Bank VIP golf experience on Friday, August the 13th. Visit Nesson.com/JimmyFund for further details. One on, one out in the 9th inning. Matt Laporte, the batter. He is 1 for 4 in the game. And a check swing foul. Lester on the hook tonight for the Red Sox. 5+ innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. He walked 2 and struck out 4. We saw Atchison for 2 innings, and he gave up 5 runs. Manny Del Carmen a 1-2-3 eighth, and now Dustin Richardson has 1 on with 1 out in the 9th. And a pitch high for ball 1. Richardson entered the game on Monday night. The bases loaded, 2 outs in the 6th inning. 2 runners to score before retiring the side. Here's ball 2, 2-1. High, ball 3. Choo with a single to begin the 9th. Duncan flied out to center. Now a 3-1 to Laporte. Popped up in the infield right side. Bill Hall steps to the outfield grass to make the catch. 2 down. So 2 outs, Chu at first base, and Jason Nix coming up. Nix hit a home run back in the 6th inning. He was 1 for 3 in the game with a sacrifice fly. Indians have not had a lot of positive records on the year, but they do have one. They've now recorded an extra base hit in 57 straight games, dating back to June 2nd at Detroit. It's the longest current streak in the majors. So 57 straight for them, the longest streak by a club since 69 straight games back in 08. The 0-1 is a pop-up, foul ground. Martinez gives chase and makes the catch. It ends the 9th inning. We head to the bottom of the 9th. It is 9-1 Indians.
Red Sox final with TC and Eckville, bringing Major League Baseball highlights and a complete breakdown of A-Rod's 600th career home run. Stay tuned after the game, only on NESN.
9-1 Indians on top of the Red Sox. Boston coming to bat here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's the new pitcher into the game for the Indians. Hector Ambrose, his 25th appearance, 0-1 with a 5.03 earned run average. Selected by the Indians from the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Rule 5 draft, and last year he started the year on the DL. Right elbow tendonitis. Jed Lowry leads it off here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Lowry takes strike 1. Grounded out in the 2nd inning, grounded out in the 4th, and singled in the 7th. Strike 2, 0-2. Tampa Bay Rays getting a run in the bottom of the 9th inning tonight against the Twins. Tied that game 1-1. Now the 10th inning at Tropicana Field, so Twins unable to wrap that game up tonight. Yankees winners today, 5-1. Red Sox batting here in the 9th, down 9-1. 0-2 pitch to Jed Lowry. In the air, foul off to the left. 94 on the fastball from Hector Ambrose. Lowry strikes out to begin things in the bottom of the 9th inning. 9th strikeout tonight for Indians pitching.
Looks like a slider right there from Ambrose down in the dirt. Lowry chases it for the first strikeout here in the 9th inning. There were 2 strikeouts in the 8th inning for Jansen Lewis.
1 out in the 9th inning for Kevin Cash, who takes ball 1 away. Cash doubled back in the 3rd inning. Since then, a walk and a strikeout. Off the end of the bat, diving is Laporta. He'll flip to the covering pitcher, Ambrose, and there's 2 down in the 9th inning.
Looked like that ball had right field, but Laporta makes a nice diving play on it.
And Jacoby Ellsbury in his return to Fenway Park activated tonight, and Jacoby 0 for 4 in the game. He's popped out, grounded out, flied out, and popped out again. As he takes strike 1 from Ambrose. Justin Masterson, the pitcher of record tonight for the Indians. 5+ innings, 4 hits. Gave up 1 run, walked 4, struck out 3. And then departed after the home run by David Ortiz in the 6th inning and a walk by Victor Martinez. Ground ball foul beyond the Red Sox dugout and up into the seats. The only run tonight for the Red Sox, David Ortiz, his 23rd home run. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jacoby Ellsbury with 2 outs in the 9th. Back off the pitcher, kicks to short. Cabrera will go to first, and they still get Ellsbury. And the ball game is over as the Cleveland Indians have taken 2 of the first 3 against the Red Sox in this 4-game series. 9-1, the Indians come away with the